Off today, I'm Phil Flores, and my prima Lillian asked us to put together some type of video here from Guam, and congratulations on the CHamoru house in San Diego. We were happy to be able to be part of it. I want to talk a little bit about BankPacific. We used to be Guam Savings. It was started by my grandfather, Governor Joseph Flores, in 1954, and he also owned the newspaper at that time. So, of course, it was the headlines in the newspaper the next day. And our first customer was Governor Skinner. We opened up the account. And we have some little things here. We have pictures of our directors. You will know some of them. Let's see if we can get some of them on the film. I'm sure just about everybody watching this has a relative up here. But there's my grandfather, there's Pete Paris, Frank Paris, Ken Angele, who just retired recently. He was on our board for over 50 years. He retired from the law practice last month. He turned 95 last December. There's Governor Paul Calvo, his father Jake Calvo, Felix Guerrero, Felix Camacho. They were pioneers of entrepreneurship in Guam. And they were among my grandfather's gang, I'll put it that way. And they did a lot of things together. This building, my grandfather built, started in 1966, February 6, 1966. So we've been in here for a long time. We did a mass remodeling or renovation about 6-7 years ago. And by chance, it just finished at the same time as our 60th anniversary. So it became our theme for that 60th anniversary. While I'm struggling, our economy's not doing the best because of COVID, but our cases are way, way, way down. There's been a lot of vaccinations. I've got my 2 shots. I got Pfizer. I think they tested over 500 people the other day. Only 2 were positive. So our hospital, I think we only have 1 person from COVID in the hospital right now, whereas before we would have 55, 60. So it's been a great deal, a turnaround. And in this video, we also have a caption that we've adopted, and we make it out of COVID. It's a picture, and we'll get it on video. It's a picture of in the canoes, Tumon Bay, and we took COVID as an acronym. Coming out victoriously is destined. So, adios. When you get back to Guam to visit, drop on by. I'd love to talk to you. Thanks. Today I'm back. Just want to show you a couple more things about BankPacific and Guam Savings. This is my grandfather when he was governor. And this is after he was governor. He was given this, I'm not sure what it is. But behind me, First Ladies, and that's my grandmother there, Angele Flores. I'd like to take you over here. This is a rendition of the building we're in now. And it's what I talked about in the other video. That's our new home. But this was done, probably was done around 1960, early 66, late 65. And how different it is. I mean, there's no other buildings, very few cars. This is where Ada Plaza is now. There's a federal building right here now. It's come a long way. I'm sure most of you know that. But it's if you can remember our struggles of getting through the typhoons. And sometimes I explain to people who are not here or certainly not from Guam, which Guam like. Well, the best thing about Guam is our people. And I don't want to sound trite when I say that, but it's true. I use the example of when there's a big storm, a big typhoon, and power's out, whatever. We don't go downtown, break windows, and steal flat screen TVs. We don't go downtown, break windows, and steal a case of vodka. We go knock on our next door neighbor on his door and say, "Are you okay? Is there anything we can do to help?" One more thing I'm going to show you. When we opened in 1954, BankPacific, then Guam Savings, and Marianas Finance both opened on the same day. And because at that time, savings loans could only make home loans, and we had to set up a finance company to make individual consumer loans. Those laws all changed. Now Guam Savings is BankPacific, and we're a bank, commercial bank. But this is where we originally opened up, and you can see these old cars. Right next to that was the Pacific Daily News. where they write stories or print, and now that's like a 10, 11 story building. That's changed. I'm going to take you downstairs and show you the certificate of my grandfather being appointed governor by former President Eisenhower. So just in a second. Okay, so this is a mural put together for us by Joe Babato, who's since passed. And it's kind of a collage of ourselves. Upper left, there's one of my grandparents. Next to them are my grandfather's two brothers, one of whom is Loling's grandfather. And that little car there, my grandfather one time had a Sunbeam Alpine Hillman auto dealership. There's Manny Chrysostomo over there. Of course, he won a Pulitzer. Above him is Joe Murphy and Catherine Ogden. And to the left, Joe Murphy, as you're looking at it, is his name is Leonardo Babalto. And he's been in, you may know, he's got a cool blog. It's very popular. I guess you can call him an influencer. I've even read a couple of books where they've mentioned him. And yeah, now let's go in the next room. This is from President Eisenhower, and this is when he appointed my grandfather to be governor. When they asked my grandfather to be governor, he said, "No, thank you." And they told him, "Well, if you're not going to do it, we're not going to pick someone from Guam." He said, "Okay, I'll do it." Then after him, of course, there's Governor Guerrero, I'm sorry, and he and my grandfather were primos, and then Carlos Camacho. Well, let me back up. When President Nixon was elected, they came to my grandfather again, "Will you be the governor?" Because Republican to Republican. And he says no. He said no, but the party will bring somebody up. And the party put up Carlos Camacho's name and Kurt Moylan for lieutenant governor. And that's how they were appointed. And then in 1970, we started electing our governors, and that's when Governor Carlos and Lieutenant Governor Kurt were elected. So I want to just go over some things quickly. Maybe we can go over there. There's a bust of my grandfather. Okay, so he started, like we said, we started the bank in 1954. But prior to that, he was, had his office at Guam Daily News, now the Pacific Daily News. But during that time, he did not, from 1954 to 1972, he did not take a salary from the bank or from Marianas Finance because he was being paid at the PDN. He sold the PDN in 72. I remember I said, "Son, ever seen a check this big?" No. And so what they did is the board then commissioned this bust of my grandfather. It's really a good one. It's heavy as heck. And so over the years, I'll try to wrap this up quickly. Over the years, we've expanded quite a bit. Real properties, shopping areas, commercial buildings, apartments. We also have we're the owner of an industrial laundry here that does a lot of stuff tourism related. So they're suffering right now because no tourists, the restaurants aren't busy. It's just not busy. We do the linen for United Airlines, and there's not much because very few people come and go. We have an investment I never thought I'd get into, and that's a memorial park, Our Lady of Peace Memorial Gardens, and a funeral home, Our Lady of Peace Funeral Home. But it's really, really rewarding business to be in, I'll say that. We're also partners in the garbage business. I never thought I'd get into that either, but we're Guam Waste Control. We're one of the main investors, and then we are in recycling, Guam Waste Recycling LLC. And again, I'm a partner. Our largest partner is Governor Paul Calvo, and I have a fellow running it, Bob Perrin, so they kind of leave it just to me and Bob because it makes money and pays dividends. When you pay dividends, everybody's happy. Anyway, I'll sign out. I hope your health is fine, your families are all right. Again, I congratulate you on the CHamoru house. It's a really good deal on you guys' part. Okay, I'll see you later.